The plan for today, my main thing is trying to get some of these cross members in and square this out some if I can while I do that. I think as I go, it's going to straighten out some. Just because mathematically it has to. But we'll see how that all goes. Whoops. So, custom shorthand, what does that mean? Nobody knows because I made it up myself. So it's an O with an arrow pointing up, so I know which way's the outside and which way's up. So one thing I learned when I was doing the research is that a lot of people look at the crowns and bends of the wood, and you want it to bend in certain ways so that it compresses into itself when it straightens out. So like the crown this way, you want it to be going up, which makes this the top. And then any bends I'm putting to where when I put my spacers in, it'll be pushing against that curve, thus framing it out and making it nice and square. Let's see if this works. These are my first times using mending plates. I usually work with aluminum. So there's a learning curve. I'm trying a heavier hammer to see if I can get these little spikes to go in straight instead of getting flattened out, because I've had some of them get damaged that way. And I think it's because I was using the lighter hammer so it wouldn't push down as much as it would go sideways. Watch out, babe. That might be upside down for you, but it was right side up for me. And that's all that matters.
My booty.
If anybody's got any tips on how to do this, please tell me. I'm all about accepting good critical criticism. Like if it's legit, my pride gets put to the side real fast. But for being a rookie, I think that looks pretty freaking good. And that's just, I have some good common sense for things, how to lock things in place, because like the type of work I did, I earned the title of Sketch-em-on Master, which for those of you who don't know, is someone who does a lot of sketchy stuff. So I'm not necessarily worried and scared a lot of times, as much as I'm just trying to put in safeguards, things that'll keep me alive, because I want to come home. And as you can see, so far so good. 20 1/4. Definitely know how to measure and cut. That helps. And as my wife can attest to, I have been visualizing a lot. Because like I said before, I don't know if that video made it out or not, or that segment made it out. The more you can visualize in your head, the more you can actually make happen in physical reality. So I have been doing everything I can to picture this in my head and how it's going to go together so that I can actually make it proper and strong enough to actually support everything I got to put in it. Cost effective enough for me right now. As some of you know, I don't have a bank account full of money because I didn't have a house to sell. I got a nice car, but I worked hard for that.
Well, we started completely over moving out here.
Yeah, came
We
out here with
started
like
completely
literally
over.
nothing. Literally nothing. I've been scraping by so far, but
We're making it.
I have all the pieces of the puzzle for my long-term income. And I'll be getting that started hopefully here in the next few days, which will allow me to stop dashing so much because that's just time consuming. It's been helping with what it can help, but it doesn't really help with big things. So keep that in mind, people. Like, jobs are good for what they're good for, but you gotta have the proper job for the proper ends. I want a house in the middle of the woods. I need a job that'll pay that. Or at least an income, not necessarily a job.
You talk about jobs and income. You know how I've been writing
over there to the boat?
the sweepstakes and all that? I've seen some ladies that are afraid to kind of get into that because they're not sure how to convince their husbands that it's real and legit.
I mean, she's bought half the wood for this thing already. She's actually put in more money than I have. Because when we got here, obviously I had to put the money in other places, but she's put in more money with the sweepstakes thing than I have with all the sources of money that I've been playing with.
Which is pretty cool, huh?
So, try it. It takes a long time to get started, so you think it's a sham. But that's why I told her, whatever, man, just grab a couple. What the heck is this? Oh, a bee. Grab some random envelopes.
Yeah.
So just whatever you got there, spend 20 bucks. No more than 20 bucks. And see how much you can make out of that 20 bucks. Oh, nice. He's way over here. Cool. So since I've never done this before, and I am on the spectrum, I overthink a lot. It helps with the visualization, but sometimes it's crippling because now I find myself debating, should I add another row in the middle here and kind of offset the posts I already have in order to create what could potentially be a more stable platform? Not that it would be more stable by much. No, because then if I did that...
Edgar, watch out.
No, I'm going to stick with my original idea.
Edgar.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with my original idea. And see what happens. If it doesn't work, then the next one I'll dig more holes. Is this proper? I don't know, but in my experience, to have something to just put your material on as you're trying to put it in place really helps. I've had to do a lot of crazy stuff, like I said, by myself. So this is going to allow me to just place my material down and let go, and thus be able to focus my efforts on the important task of anchoring it in place. I'm lining up straight on one side, so it should sit straight up and down, and then that's why I use the clamp to then press it to the board. Okay, minimizing how far it can go and move around so much.